Hello everyone, and welcome to Office 365 demo environment. My name is Nathan Smith, and I will be showing you some of the features Azure Information Protection has to offer for your company. Azure Information Protection, or AIP, or Azure Rights Management, whatever you want to call it, is part of Microsoft's Enterprise Mobility Security Suite, along with Azure Active Directory, Microsoft Intune, and Microsoft Advanced Threat Analytics. AIP offers features that ensure that your company's data and documents is going to the right hands and not falling into the wrong ones. Now, if we open up Microsoft Word here, I can show you just some of the features that I'm talking about. So if we open up this document, we can see that this document contains some information that the company probably doesn't want people who are unauthorized to view this document. We have our friend here, Mr. John Smith, and this contains some sensitive information, including social security number and credit card number, so we definitely don't want people who aren't supposed to be viewing this document to view this document. So the first thing that we can do to prevent that from happening is go to File, Protect Document, and we have this drop-down menu here, which gives us a couple options. We can encrypt with the password, restrict editing, restrict access. The first thing that we're going to do, though, is give this a password. And we're just going to give this a really basic password here. And so now you can see that under protected document, it shows that we now have a password. So some of the other features that are offered here is restrict editing. And this just allows us to manage what kind of changes that can be made to this document. So right now we want to make sure that nobody here can change anything without our permission here. So we're going to turn on editing restrictions here, and if we hit this drop down menu, we see that it's already selected under no changes, which means that this is going to be a read-only document, which is fine for us. Here you can enable some exceptions. If we hit more users, you can type in specific names and enable them so that they can make changes to the document. But for right now, we're going to make sure that this is secure and nobody can touch this document right here. Before we enforce these protections here, we're just going to hop over here and show you some of the other things that Microsoft Word can do. The owner can allow changes that other people have made to this document. He can either keep them or he can reject the changes that other people have made, and can track the changes. So this just makes sure that anything that is changed in the document is authorized, and if not, it can be rejected and changed back to the way it was previously. So now let's enforce this protection here, and right now this pop-up we can either enable a password or we can just go by user authentication, which is what we're going to do. So now this document cannot be touched by anybody unless they are the owner of the document. Here gives us the list of protections that are on this document. You can see that restricted access. You can make sure that only people on your network are able to access this. Now we are allowed to send this document out to our financial team. So when doing so, we want to make sure that our email is protected. So if we go out to Outlook here, we can make sure this is going to our financial team, and we can attach our document here. So it'll allow us to share as a OneDrive link or attach as a copy. I'll show you how to protect each of those so they work a little bit differently. When you have a OneDrive link here, it's a little bit different than when you have attached as a copy. If you wanted to protect it, if you tried to protect it here, it will not allow you. You have to go to this drop-down menu under the attachment and do change permissions. And this can allow recipients to either edit or view the document, but this won't work currently because we are offline. We're going to attach this document as a copy. And I'll show you how to do that right now. So if you try to do the same thing and go to the drop-down menu here, you will not see anything to protect this document. You'd have to go up to the ribbon here and change permission. And you have this menu here, which gives us a couple of options. You can encrypt the email. You can make it do not forward, which is currently activated right now, or you can change the confidentiality. So we're going to keep it as do not forward, which means that a person receiving the email cannot forward, print, or copy any of the contents on the email. So we're just going to give this message. All right. And now this is about ready to send to our financial team. Once we do that, you would remember that we gave them an email, but we did not give them the password to open the document. So in a separate email, we can give them the password for our document, but that presents some security risks. So in order to protect that, we should encrypt this email. Now, all the recipients of the financial department are able to access and view the document, and they are fully authorized to do so. Thank you very much for sitting through the presentation. Hopefully this gave you all the information that you need to better understand Azure information protection. Thank you.